Hey everybody, it's Becca with Text Divine Guide 1111, and I just wanted to do a really quick energy check-in for the Divine Masculine, but specifically for the Divine Masculine who are in a karmic relationship, okay? So, wanted to see what the energies were, so what I did was pulled some cards for the Divine Feminine, then a few for the Karmic, and then just a couple of future energies, okay? So, this is what we got. This is going to be a short one. I am at work for those of you who, followed me for a while. Um, so the first card that we have is the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit is all about, going into hermit mode. It's all about going into isolation. I feel like for a lot of connections, the masculines who are not in communication with you right now, they are in isolation, okay? But here's the thing. When you go into hermit mode, or especially, specifically with this card, it's not just about going into hermit mode. It's also about going deep within, you know, thinking about things, realizing your truths. Okay. And so, this card came up. And so the next card that came up was the Two of Cups. So, basically what's happening is that while he is in isolation, not talking to his feminine, he is also, realizing that, he does want union with his feminine. I mean, look at them. They're just, they're together in love, happy, shit, giving each other a bath, I guess. But they're happy in union, and this is something that he's definitely going to be thinking about. He's actually coming up as the King of Wands, so he definitely still has passion for his feminine. He has not lost that. Okay, the passion is still there. He's still wanting to be, his king for her. But there are still some issues, and we'll get into that once we get to the karmic section. But he does still have passion for his feminine. He still is very much in love with his feminine, but he is not talking to his feminine right now. Okay, he is in hermit mode. Okay, so then we have the High Priestess that came out. So the high priestess, it can mean a couple of things, okay? Number one, it can mean secrets, okay? It can mean that secrets need to come out. It could be his secrets. It could be the karmics, it could go both ways. But it's about secrets that need to come out. They need to come out, okay? But it also can mean because it is sitting next to the King of Wands, and I always tell you, you have to consider the cards, okay? You have to consider the cards that are next to it, before it, touching it. I always say that. So I'm considering the fact that it is next to the King of Wands, so that is the masculine. It could mean that he has secrets specifically that need to come out, but it also could mean that he's starting to use his intuition more, okay? And, once he starts using his intuition, that's a good thing, because then his own secrets that he has deep within inside himself will start to shed light, okay? And because listen, sometimes these masculine, because I see it in the comments all the time, why doesn't he know better? Why is he putting up with this? Okay, because a lot of times they're in denial them damn selves, okay? And that is the truth, okay? So sometimes you need the high priestess to come in and slap a few heads and make you realize things, okay? So it could be, that the secrets are secrets within himself that he needs to, get into his intuition and, figure out. Okay. So, a couple of meanings there. All right. Couple of meanings there. But, he could have secrets, he could, for some masculines, they don't come out and tell the karmics the truth, okay? They don't. So, they don't, not all karmics know about the feminine. A lot of them do, but a lot of them don't. Every group is different, okay? So it could also mean that, for some, groups out there that they need to start coming out with the truth and letting the karmic know that, hey, you know what, I do have someone else that I really care about, and kind of get out of these messed up situations that they're in. Okay, so that can mean a couple of things. All right, so that was for the feminine. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about the karmic. So for the first card, not surprised, not surprised. So we have the devil. Okay, this could literally mean that she's just a damn devil, but let's go ahead and read the actual card meaning. Okay, so the actual card meaning is that he is still stuck to this relationship. Okay, because listen, when the devil comes up, okay, when the devil comes up specifically, especially for his energy, because we're reading on him. Okay, we're reading on him how he feels about the feminine, how he feels about the karmic. Okay, so in this particular case, he knows damn well that he is bound to this relationship. Okay, and because the devil is all about addictions, or it's about being chained to something. Okay, there are a lot of masculines out there who are bound to the karmics because they're damn codependent. And that's the truth. They are codependent. And codependency is a reason to stay in a fucked up relationship. They just do. So, needless to say, when it comes to the karmic, he is still bound and chained to this devil. Okay? So, moving on to the next card. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this card coming up next to the devil really speaks volumes. Okay, listen, I know I've spoke about this before. Okay, now this card, Ten of Pentacles is all about it's the physical world. Today I'm not reading reversals. Okay, I usually always read reversals, but today I am not. Okay, so a lot of times this card does come up in reverse when it comes up, but since I'm not reading reversals today, I'm gonna honor the card that it is an upright position. Okay, so here's what's going on. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles, is about the physical world. Okay, and so Pentacles is all about, it's about abundance. Okay, it's about abundance, having everything in the home. Okay, and that's why a lot of times when I am reading reversals, this card will be reversed because it's basically telling me that things are not good in the home. But because I am reading uprights today and not reversals, here's what I'm seeing with this. And I believe I've said it in the past. Listen, the reason why the masculine is still bound to this karmic is because all in all, they have a home together and it just makes life damn easy. Okay? And that's really what this card is saying to me. This card is saying that he's too chicken shit to get out of a comfortable situation. That's what this card's telling me. Okay? So then the next card that we have is strength. Okay? So, strength is all about needing to go deep within and finding courage. Okay? He needs to find courage. So I was like, okay, well, what does he need to find courage about? Well, what he needed to find courage about was the next card. And the next card is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is all about leaving. I mean, look at this woman. She's turned her back, okay? And she's moving towards, this, light, this light at the end of the tunnel, okay? He needs to find courage to be able to do that, okay? He just at this point has not found the courage. And the reason that he has not found it, because I pulled a clarifier for the Eight of Cups, okay? Because I just wanted a little bit more information. So the clarifier for the Eight of Cups was the Six of Pentacles. So, listen, the Six of Pentacles has a couple of meanings. It can be about giving and receiving, which I'm sure there, is a lot of giving and receiving in this, in the relationship. Okay. Listen, the karmic certainly ain't doing it herself. Okay. But he's not doing it all himself either. That is the reason why sometimes these situations get to be too comfortable and they're just too reluctant to leave, okay? Because it's they get comfortable, okay? But this card can also just mean benefactor, okay? There are some karmics, okay? There are some karmics that actually do benefit the masculine in a lot of ways, and it can be for a number of reasons, okay? For instance, let me just throw some examples out there, okay? Some masculine have bad credit, okay? And the karmic may have good credit. So, it's just easier to maintain a stable home when you have somebody who's able to actually help you. People do things for all different kinds of reasons, okay? They just do. So basically what this is telling me as a clarifier for the Eight of Cups, it is next to the Strength card. Like I tell you, you have to consider the cards next to it. He needs to find the courage to actually be able to get gone. But he doesn't, because, there is still this giving and receiving, or in some groups, there's the issue of the karmic is just the benefactor, therefore his ass is just still codependent, okay? Because it just makes the home life easy, okay? So, unfortunately, that's just how it is sometimes, okay? So, hope that gives some of y'all a little bit of perspective. There's a couple of groups there. So anyways, moving on to future energies, we do have the World, okay? So I feel like, with the masculine going into hermit mode, trying to, use his intuition and figure out, the secrets deep within himself, and actually, get some kind of spiritual awareness through that hermit mode. We do have the World, which is all about endings taking place so that beginnings can actually happen. But here's what I liked. Here's what I liked about this was that the next card was the Three of Cups, okay? So, and you always, because you see three people in this card, they always talk about third-party relationships when you see this card, okay? So I like the fact that the World is coming up with the Three of Cups next to it, because number one, there's two meanings here. You have the end and beginnings of this third party situation. In other words, putting an end to the third party situation, okay? But this card also means celebration. So putting an end to something to begin something new, something that you can actually celebrate with. So what are we celebrating? Well, then we have the Nine of Cups, which is all about, wishes being granted, okay? So I like that. I like this. I like how these three cards came out. An ending, so something can begin, putting an end to a third party situation, or possibly just celebrating this end and beginning. Wishes coming true. Wishes coming true, and then to top it all off, then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about working hard at something. So not only do you have all this goodness, but you have this. And to me, this is actually more important than the wishes coming true, okay? Because, the universe can come in and give a push, okay? And then that's how you receive this Nine of Cups, okay? But what this is all about is this is actually working, putting in the effort to make things happen. And to me, I find this card more, I do find it more rewarding, because it's not, just miracles happening. This is actually seeing the masculine putting in the work to want to be with his feminine. And that's why I really like this card. So that's it for, I know that one is a short one, but now I did pull a final card. In fact, let me pull this book here because So I have a new deck. You know, I'm always getting new decks. This one is Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. And the card that came up for the masculine was Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. I like that. I don't know what it means exactly yet, but let's see here. Is there a number on that? No. Hold on. Okay, so the message is, let's see, what does it say here? It says, heed the messages coming directly from your soul. Well, hell. That's what I said. That's what I said about the hermit, and that's what I said about the high priestess. Okay, let's see. Let's see. The star ancestors is a Native American term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing of growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of, what is that? Contentedness? I don't know. When they look up into the night sky and see the stars, I believe that's because they are remembering their starry connections. And those, okay, so that's just talking about what the Native Americans did. Okay, so the message actually is heed the messages coming directly from your soul. So, which is exactly what I said, you know, about this. I mean, not in those exact words, but basically is what I said about the high priestess, that, you know, he is going to have to go within himself and figure out his own truths, okay? And I believe that's basically what this card is confirming. I also feel it resonates with the hermit as well. You know, he has to go within. He has to go within, and he has to figure this shit out, okay? Figure it out, masculine. Figure it out. And that's all. If you have questions, I have answers. Bye.